Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I had the setting wrong. So we had to restart. Okay. Now, let me just get everybody moved around here really quick so I can see everybody's comments. And as you come on in, tell us who you are, where you're from, and if you're watching the replay. If you're watching the replay later, tell us you're watching the replay. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. Okay. Not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about the stuff I can't worry about. So, if you're on Instagram, if you're watching us live on, I'll come over and check comments over there in just a minute. Hello, Susan, camping lady. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Laura. You finished your baby quilt. Yahoo! Everybody give some hearts to Laura. The Siberian wind. Hi, Tammy in Wisconsin. Oh, it's got to be cold. Cold in Wisconsin. Hi, Madeline from clearing my car off. Oh, it's got to be cold in New Jersey. I had to close the shutters because it was getting too hot in here. So, good morning from Florida. Sorry, it's going to be 76 today. It's crazy. Look, I don't understand it, okay? I didn't make the planet. All right. Good morning, Donna, Linda. Season's greeting and Merry Christmas. Hi, Diane. Oh, Wyoming. Oh, correct. I know. Gets me every time. I can't tell you how many times I've autocorrected something to somebody and I don't get a response and I'm like, why aren't they responding? That was kind of funny. And then I look at the message and I'm like, no, the autocorrect version was not funny. My collar is falling down. Let's do that. It's 31, going to be in the teens later. Okay. Cool, sunny, beautiful Florida. Come on down. Yeah, come to Florida. Well, no, don't come to Florida. It's getting crowded down here. Stay where it's cold. Make a cup of coffee. Loretta. Hi, Loretta, New York. Ooh, New York's cold too. Hi, Julie. Okay, we have a lot to do today. So somebody had mentioned, I was live. I was live actually early this morning. And then I realized that nobody was here, and it dawned on me that I had the wrong setting and I wasn't actually live. So what I was saying was, we're going to put the border on today. I did not make it to Hobby Lobby last night. I just didn't. There was just too much going on. So we're going to put the border on today, but then somebody reminded me that I'm probably not going to have enough of this to back the quilt, because once I put the border on, I don't know that it's going to be wide enough. I could probably squeak it out with the length, but it's definitely not going to be wide enough. So now I'm back to square. Criminy. So I think later, well, first of all, I have, let's start sewing. First of all, I have about 17,000 cookies that I have to make today for an event that Steve is going to tomorrow. So 0 in Iowa today with a wind chill of -11. Julie. I don't think that's safe, Julie. I just don't. Your trip. No, don't come down. It's too crowded. Stay where it's cold. Crack me up. You need about 4 yards for a 60 by 60 quilt, Madeline. How big is yours? That's an excellent question, Madeline. Excellent question. It's about big enough to cover my mother up. That was the goal. Here's the first question. So here's the first poll question. Do we want to do... Okay, we'll just clip it on so you guys can see. And then you guys can tell me what you think. That's why I'm staying inside. I wouldn't be able to go out until March. That's my heating bill. My heating bill. Do you have a solid that matches? Could you do a pieced back with, say, a solid stripe in the center and butterflies on either side? I might be able to do that with the green. I might just have enough green to do that. Pardon my back. Because I'm eyeballing it here, and I'm just not sure that I have... You know, and here's the other thing. I want to do what's going to look good on it. I don't want to just do something. I feel like I'm buried alive. All my skylights are covered with snow. First, let's decide if we like this. Let's decide if we like it. Let's just see that first. It's the same fabric as the butterflies. Okay. Okay, it's not... So it's not wide enough. I can tell you right now, I'd barely make it. I'd barely make it on the length. Hi, Betsy. Pieced backs can be fabulous on a quilt. Well, we may not have a choice. I could do... Has anybody done like... I could do like 4 panels. You know, cut the backing in 4 pieces and add a strip that way. Is it too much of this? Does anybody think it's too much? Like, oh God, too much. It's such a pretty fabric. Okay, so so you guys can chime in on that discussion. Okay, let's see. Let me see your comments. I want to put it in my calculator. Okay, hold on. Without the border. So we're adding 3 inches. 3 inches less a half an inch. No, 3 inches less a quarter of an inch. So let's just call it 2.5 inches. We're adding 2.5 inches to... So that's 24. Okay, Madeline, are you listening? It's 20. What's 24 and 22 is 24 and 22 is 64 plus 5 for the border. I should probably be writing this down. 24, 22, 5. 11. So it's 51 across, 51 wide, right? 24, 5, 51. Okay, it's 51. That includes the border. All right? So 51, including the border, wide. Now, the length is 24, 48, 58 plus 5. So 58 plus 5. Did anyone see where I put that pen? Okay, 51 by 63. That's with the border. So 51 by 63, Madeline. Do your magic with your calculator. All right, so let's see. Google some images for piece backing. It might give you some ideas. I agree. Cut the backing on an angle and move it just enough to make it wider. Love that as a backing. Piece it with another solid. And I have, we're going to have to piece this too, but I have some of the brown, that taupe from the front, and then I have some green. Okay, Betsy doesn't think it's too much. That cool Twilight. Thank you. Hi, Jean. Thank you from Wyoming, not Wisconsin. Good luck with your recording stuff, and I hope you be back. 4 yards. I like the panel idea on the back. Green. Madeline thinks, Betsy thinks the green. Where's the green? Where's my leftover? Okay, what did I say? How long did I say it was? 63. So I've got to be able to go at least 63 inches, right? All right. So there's 24. 24 and 3 is 27. 27. 27 and 24. 34. 27, 34. 11, 61. Seven inches. I think that might work. I think that might work. I think I'm going to play with that. I'm going to lay it out on my living room floor today because I think that might work. All right, let's start getting this border on. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. How cold is it where you're at? All right. Sides first. So anyway, I did not make it to Hobby Lobby last night. There was just dinner, and Steve was working on a project, and so I kept stopping to help him, and then hi, Dubrovka. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too, Betsy. That's why I think I need to lay it out and do 4 quadrants of the do 4 panels of the butterfly fabric and then do strips of the green. I think so too. Okay. I'm struggling a little bit because I'm kind of trapped in my space here, and I'm trying to make sure I get this border on squarely. So I'm gonna come here for a minute while we chat. And Steve has this event tomorrow, like I was mentioning. So I've got so many cookies to make. Oh my god. I'm doing the same thing I did last time he went to this thing, and doing a sugar cookie. And part of what I think makes this sugar cookie so amazing, and my chocolate chip cookies, is the fact that and I'm going to pin this on just because I think the clips are going to be too heavy. I'm trying to conserve even on my border right now because in case I need any extra fabric. Although I think maybe a 3-inch strip, 3.5-inch strip on the back, I think that would be kind of pretty. Linda, cold front just came through. It's going to go down to 22 tonight in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Oi! Although our nights are pretty cold here. I mean, it's probably in the 40s. It's not like the 20s, but ah! Negative 20. Oh, that's Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Yeah, I agree. I think we're good on the back. I think that's going to work out really pretty. And now thinking it out, Betsy and Madeline and everybody, it kind of keeps with the feel of the front. This kind of panel feel, this kind of window pane panel feel on the front. It'll have the same feel on the back. So I like that. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right. Now, I hope that's going to be straight. Let's get some pins going here. Back up a little bit so you guys can see. So I can't reach you, little one. I can't. I just can't. Okay, Madeline just said some butterfly fabric for the binding. I was thinking about that. Do I care if it's kind of going to be cut off? Do I care about that? Because it would add that color on the outside. I was thinking about that, Madeline. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. Since I obviously have enough to do the... Hi, Minnie. I obviously have enough to do that. Dun, dun. So, sugar cookies. I mentioned it yesterday. Oh. Hang on. I gotta check something. -15. Oh, it's -15 you're in Ontario, right, Dubrovka? Okay. Then I'm doing giant spiced orange oatmeal cookies, and I'm changing the recipe from the way I did it last time. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So go watch yesterday's video. Ouch. Because they were very thin, and I wasn't pleased with that. I like a chunkier cookie, at least for right now. So, if this new way that I'm doing them works, then I will let you guys know and share the recipe next week. So that's the cookie lineup. The sugar cookies, you know the problem with a rolled cookie. I mean, it just takes time. It's just time consuming. As opposed to just a drop cookie, a ball cookie that you just drop onto a sheet. So, I have to do those today. And I had to get the dough ready last night. So we got that all ready, and it's chilling. And, I will say this. Before I sandwich this thing, baste it all together, I am going to go through the back and check all my seams. Because, the raveling on this kind of muslin-y like fabric has me concerned to the point that if there are any seams that are like really close, I'll probably touch them up just a little bit. I mean, you can't see it because it's too far away, but there's just a lot of that on here, and I don't want to send it and then get a phone call that there's holes in the quilt. That would be bad. All right, let's get this puppy on. That's the thing, is Steve and I were talking about we were going to go somewhere cold for the winter. I mean, for Christmas. We were thinking the time this year it just snuck up on us too fast. We were going to go home to California. We were going to go home to Northern California and spend some time if you've ever been to Northern California, you've ever been to Truckee, to Northern California, go to Truckee. It is spectacular. Spectacular. Adorable little downtown. If you like to ski or snowboard or do that kind of thing, which I don't, there's all that stuff. It's known for it. It's just outside of the Olympic Village when the Olympics were held there in that area in Squaw Valley. But Truckee is just fantastic, and it's just snowy and picturesque in the mountains. So we were going to go there. We're going to go to Nevada City, which we also love, and Grass Valley. Just beautiful, beautiful things. And I don't, as much as I complain about it, I don't mind the cold if I'm like sitting inside listening to Christmas music and, go out and look at it every once in a while. It's the whole going to the grocery store and going to work and that kind of stuff. You just have to give yourself more time. You just can't say, well, I'll be back in 2 minutes, because you won't be back in 2 minutes. Anyway. Okay. Yes, that was my next comment, which was to all of you celebrating Hanukkah, Madeline specifically, happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah starts tonight. Dubrovka for the win with the coldest. Yeah. Dubrovka for the win. So Christmas, I'm making cookies today. I got to clean my floors. And I've got a puzzle going on the dining room table while the cookies are baking. That's going to be my day. Fantastic. And then I'll wander in here for a little bit and work on this. Lay out the backing on the living room floor. And then by then, it'll be time to make dinner. Okay. You think we might actually sew something today, Angela? Do you think? All right. I can't reach my water. I'm so thirsty. All right, here we go. And I think I'll throw on some Christmas carols or a Christmas movie. That little tray is going to have to go off of this table. Sorry. I was trying to, whoops. I was trying to really focus there, and so I wasn't talking. Sorry. Okay, now let's get these pins out. And, oh. It's a Hallmark kind of day. There's no doubt. There is no doubt that that's kind of snowy, you know, you're all bundled up. It is very odd. I'll tell you what's really weird here in Florida. That we didn't have, like, once the weather, when we lived in Northern California we get a cold climate. We don't get snow, but it gets very cold. And once it gets cold, it kind of stays cold, right? Like we don't really bounce around back up to 80. So it's weird down here to go from a day when it's like cloudy and, you look outside and you're like, oh, gonna put a sweater on and comfy slippers. And then you open the door and it's 73. And you're like, okay, I gotta go get a t-shirt. So, like, that messes with your head a little bit. And it's weird to have it, like, the way we had it 3 or 4 weeks ago, where it was so cold. I mean, it was like 40 during the day, and it was down to the 20s at night. We had to cover everything, and it was just cold all day long. And then you bounce back to 80. It's just very odd. All right. I forgot what I was going to say next. Okay. That's the first border. Do we I like it. Do we like it? I think I like it. Yeah? Okay, let's do the other side. Cut this real quick. Just snip off this part. Give ourselves a little tail. Okay. We might need that. All right. Now, back it up. Okay, I'm going to get the other side on. If we can get the top and the bottom on, we'll do that too. If not, we'll just get the sides on for now. And then we will, I want to show some of the stuff that you guys have done. I was looking at stuff last night. Just spectacular. Okay. So I've been talking about shoes lately. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Danskos. I love Danskos. I used to wear them all the time. I used to wear them almost exclusively. Love them. Love, love, love them. Once you get used to them, it's, they're, they're not sexy shoes, but they are just unbelievably comfortable, and you can go. I used to have Danskos that I tell you what, I could walk the Great Wall of China and not have my feet hurt. But as I've gotten older, this pin has no point. As I've gotten older, well, then I stopped wearing them. I wanted to wear, cutesy shoes, and I used to wear heels a lot for work that I did, for speaking engagement things that I did in trainings, and I was on stage a lot, and so that, couldn't wear my clunky shoes. Anyway, and, your body changes. I've gained weight, and so I've developed some weird, just my feet bother me all the time. Anyway. I talked about this before because you guys gave me a bunch of good tips. I think I have plantar fasciitis. But here's the problem. I found a pair of shoes, a pair of cute little Keds that has a wide toe box, which I also need. Not wide shoes, just a wide toe box. So I bought them. So cute. Cute little tennis shoes. Adorable. Made for people with plantar fasciitis with a wide toe box, so it's got like an orthotic on the inside. Very comfortable. Except for the fact, you girls here is just a freak when it comes to my feet. Just, I don't know. I wish I could trade them in. I would trade them in for a new pair. Fully from the ankle down. I'd like a new set. So I've been wearing these Keds. I've been wearing these Keds. This new line that they came out with. And I thought, wow, this is going to be the solution to my, foot pain. And then I also discovered that the slippers that I've been wearing all day for the last, 15 years are they have no support. So they're just not doing me any good. And they're also making my feet, hurt. But then I discovered that while my feet weren't hurting from the plantar fasciitis, my knee has been killing me lately. I can hardly walk in the morning and most of the day. Just throbbing. And so I thought, well, let's ask the biggest medical authority that we know, Google. And Google said that it's very common that if you wear a shoe that is designed to help with plantar fasciitis, that it can hurt your knees because it's got your knee now in a different alignment, which is not the right alignment. So now their solution was custom orthotics. So if anyone knows, you could drop in the comments where I could purchase a new pair of feet. I'd be grateful. Because that's just what I want. I'm getting sick of it. And Steve is like, every time I order a pair of shoes, I end up sending them back. I have them for 2 days. I wear them around the house to see how they feel. They either hurt my feet or my knee. And so I say, forget it, and I send them back. And so Steve's like, where's your new shoes? And I'm like, oh, I sent those back. They were awful. So he's like, man, return policies were made for people like you. But what are you going to do? So now I'm on the hunt again. And I'm thinking a pair of Danskos, a lower pair of Danskos. I don't know. I just don't know. The Danskos feel good on my feet. But then after a few days, my knee starts bothering me. Okay. It may not be, Laura, it may not be set up for December, so you may have to post into the whichever one is under featured posts. Wide toe box is good for your feet. I wear them. I had bunion surgery a few years ago, wearing 4-inch heels for work. Now I'm 73, and those days are gone. I tell you what, I used to look at people. Bear with you, Madeline. I've had 3. Ooh. Vionic is a brand that you like. Yeah, you know what? I keep coming back to Vionic. It keeps showing up in my feed, so I may try Vionic. The wide toe box thing, originally I thought, oh, I'm going to try Vionic then. And that's 2 out of all of you. That's a pretty good ratio. I originally thought, oh, I have wide feet. I don't have wide feet. I just need a wide toe box. And when I was younger, wearing high heels all the time, or shoes that had my feet just crammed into them, I used to look at women that had, my grandmother had terrible bunions, had foot surgery, bunion surgery multiple times. My mom has had bunion surgery on one of her feet. Sorry, Mom. And probably needs it on the other one. And I used to look at them and I was like, geez, what happened to your feet? And, and they'd be like, my grandmother used to wear this one pair of sneakers because it was the only thing she could get her foot into. And I used to think, Okay, well, I'm not going to have that when I get old. I have it in spades now. Danskos definitely take a breaking in period, and so I'm contemplating. I'm going to look at Vionic. I'm contemplating another pair of Danskos, a slightly lower pair of Danskos, and yeah. And I'm thinking about playing with the Keds that I bought, with maybe not having the orthotic part, the thing, in the left shoe, only on the right, and see if that makes a difference. And um, and yeah, you're right, Donna. The problem is your body has to adjust to it, but like I'm gonna be a cripple by the time my knee adjusts to the plantar fasciitis thing. I don't know. You know what I need to do? I need to go see a doctor besides Google, a podiatrist, because it just gets frustrating. And I don't care if you're 33, 53, 73, 83. You're too young to not be able to, walk and have some and not be in just total pain all the time. So we're on the hunt to figure it out. And I do love Danskos. I really do. I have a pair of open back clogs right now, but I really would like a pair of closed back ones. So Dansko, there's this other pair of clogs that or mules that keeps coming up in my feed that I love. But seriously, like $155, $165, $185 a pair. Vionic Skechers Clark. Yeah. Good shoe is important. Do Vionic shoes have wide toe box? I don't think so. And I definitely agree that I think high heels were invented by a man. I couldn't wear them now. Just no way. I just could not do it. I just couldn't. I unless it was an event where all I had to do was walk from the car to the door and then sit down, maybe. But I don't think I could squeeze my foot into them. Okay. And last week, my sciatica was really flaring up. So I had to go back and do all the things that you've got to remember to do. The stretching. That's the other thing. Stretching and moving is so important. Steve and I both sit at a desk all day long. And sometimes we've commented to each other that sometimes I'll get working and focused on something and 2 or 3 hours will go by, and not only have I not gotten up from my desk, but I haven't, I'll have my legs crossed under my chair and I'll go like hours and realize that I haven't uncrossed my legs because you get just, engrossed in what you're doing. Be careful if you decide to wear only one insole. You might get hip issues. Oh, yeah, Clark's is another one. Do you have a good feet store? I don't know. I was supposed to go into town with Steve today, but because of this cookie fiasco, I didn't go. And I wanted to be here for you guys for this live. And I think there might be a good feet store somewhere in Ocala. I don't know. I'll have to look. Maybe when we go away for the holiday, we're just going to go for 3 or 4 days. Maybe we'll pass through a town with a mall, and I think I should try a good feet store. That would probably help. When your feet hurt, everything hurts. When my feet hurt that bad, I cannot, it becomes this triggering thing in my head. Like, it's hard to even think or talk or focus on anything else. The simplest things, like even around the house, I just feel, you feel just so incompetent and you feel so debilitated because you just, you can't, like, I think about getting up and getting going in the morning and I'm like, oh, but my feet hurt. I just can't, like, everything just takes longer. I really like that, yeah. Yeah, especially, I know. It's probably not wise to take the one out and leave the other one in. One foot will be happy. 33 years as a nurse on concrete floors. My feet are now a size 12. Skechers don't care. Birkenstocks are good for plantar fasciitis per my foot doctor. Okay, I was looking at Birkenstock stuff, and also, obviously, the toe box is more generous. Should see a podiatrist. If you have an issue, you don't want it to get worse, go put it off. Definitely, yeah, I know. I'd be in bad shape without my Atrex. I walked all over Italy with them. That's the problem. You have to spend the money. There's just no two bits about it. All right, so what do we say? Bionic, Birkenstock, Atrex, Dansko, Clark's. All right. Let me just pop. Oh, that felt good. Okay, good shoes are worth the money. 100%. When I was in outside sales and I was on my feet all day long, Dansko's absolutely without question. And in the wintertime, you could put, because it's a more generous shoe, you could wear like nice warm socks and still have, I had ones that were a nice leather and a patent leather. So they were a little bit more dressy, like with slacks. And I could wear like wool socks in them. Ooh, it's nice. Okay. Order number 2 is on. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to keep sewing, but I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you think I should have done a blue for this border? Or do you like the green? If you say blue, it's okay. You think I should have done a different color? I mean, it's not like I look at it and go, ooh. But, and when I look at it in the video, I don't like it necessarily as much as I like it on here. All right, opinions on that. Let's get the top pinned on. And then we're going to spend a couple minutes looking at some video stuff, and then we're going to say goodbye because I got to get these cookies going. What I really would do is put on some Christmas carols and just spend the day in here. But oh, Donna, I wish My last pair of Danskos that were the closed back clog. Not like a mule, but more the closed back. I'm so at myself that I got rid of them. And I don't know why I got rid of them. I think because I had the last position that I had, the last job that I had where I wore them all the time, I think I just kind of wore them down. And I was like, I'll get another pair. They're kind of looking ratty. How dumb. Dumb. So now the pair I have are mules. And I don't always want to wear a mule. And you can't really put... It's hard to wear socks with the mules because I come out of them. Like I slip out of them. Then I just look dumb. Then I just fall all over the house. Okay. Like the green. Okay, everybody likes the green. All right. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stick with the green. We're staying with the green. All right. This week's videos are going to be finishing this. So I hope it will hold everybody's attention because now we're going to hit the gas. I'm going to finish the border today. Somehow I'm going to get my butt back in here and finish the border today. And then tomorrow we will try and lay out the backing. And then this week I will show you guys it sandwiched and ready to go for that. And then just some really minimal quilting. Not going to do a lot. Okay. All right, let's put this aside for a second because have I got stuff to show you. Oh my gosh. I gotta find the mouse. Okay. Make sure I'm caught up on all the comments. Okay. All right, now let's go Facebook. Where are you? Here. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Uh-oh. Ah, okay, now I'm in the right place. Oh, Angela. Okay, you guys ready? This, I got too many little window thingies here. This is, no, we're not going to California. We're staying in Florida. We're going up near the I can't think. My brain just went blank. Near the Panhandle. That's where we are going for Christmas for a few days. Going up to that area. Okay. Hi, Susan. Okay, do you see this? This thing is unbelievable. Robin Long made an advent calendar. Look how adorable it is. It's birdhouses. Oh, I love birdhouses. Oh, I love birds. I love it. Oh my gosh. Is this adorable? Adorable. Robin, you did such an amazing job. Oh my God, here's another one. I just saw this one. Oh! How cute is that? How cute. Oh my gosh. Robin, I love it. This is so cute. How fun. Okay, let's see. Susan made it just in time. Her look at those. Oh my gosh, look at the Christmassy ones. Oh my God, those are so good, Susan. What a fantastic, fantastic job. Okay, and Susan also made some wristlets. Ooh, I love those. You know what? I find myself more and more using, oh my gosh, look how pretty. Oh, butterflies! I find myself more and more and more using, Donna, I agree. They are adorbs, Robin. The advent calendars, adorbs. The wristlets, I find myself being drawn more and more to those than to like a purse. I love them. I absolutely love those, Susan. Oh my gosh, look! Doggy paws and bones. Oh no. Great colors, Susan. Great, great colors. All right, let's see. All right, Madeline, let's see. Oh my gosh, Madeline. Those are the most adorable mug rugs I have ever seen. Oh no. I tell you what a great, great way. I agree, Liz. So talented. Um, I have fabrics like this where there's like a small panel or a picture, you know, one piece of it that I really, really am in love with, but I don't really have a use for like the whole for the fabric as a whole. What a great way to use great images from a pattern. Oh my gosh. Just adorable. And what great, Madeline, great stocking stuffers. Look at those. Oh my gosh, look for nurses. Oh, how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Shannon made scrubbies. Okay, these are so popular. If you're a crocheter, the scrubbies are so popular. The blue one and the orange one look awesome. Oh, look at that one. How cool. So popular. Okay, let's see. Shannon also did another baby quilt. Oh, how precious is that? How precious is that one? Oh my gosh. I wish I knew, you know what, I should just start making some and donate them. The baby quilts lately are, wait until you see this next, wait until you see this next one. Steve saw this one last night and he could not believe it. Betsy Boyle did this one. Look at this. How adorable. Oh my gosh. Betsy, so cute. Oh my gosh. And then what she did was, if you look at the back, she just, to quilt, other than around the quilting around, around it, she outlined the animals. And so on the back you have the image of the animals too. Oh my gosh. Betsy, we love this one. Okay, let's see. Laura. I know Laura's on. Laura, are you on? Laura said her Thanksgiving table order, don't look too close. It's done but not perfect. Laura, it looks perfect to me. It looks absolutely perfect to me. Adorable, cute. I love the colors. And you know what? If it's finished, it's perfect. So cool. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Madeline. Madeline, you could make 1,000,000 of these. You could make $1,000,000 off these. Holy cow. Would you guys look at this Rudolph ornament? Oh my gosh. Oh, Madeline, that's my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say that because as soon as I say that, I'm like, well, yeah, but I love everything else that I've just looked at. Uh, oh my gosh. This one is adorable. Okay, let's see. I think we saw a lot of these the last time that we did. No, let's see. This is Jane Plant. Jane, are you on? She says, my Ohio Star. I wish I had enough fabric to do a whole quilt top. I love the combination. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I love it when you get a fabric that incorporates like a different color that you would normally not think of. Like this kind of light rosy color with that more dark red. And then I tell you what, these fabric designers are just unbelievable. Beautiful Ohio Star. You know I'm jealous of anybody that can make a good Ohio Star. Linda Bush. Another baby quilt for our local pregnancy shelter. Fantastic. And good on you. Oops. Good on you, Linda. I know a lot of you guys donate your stuff, and that's just amazing. Stacy Mitchell. Oh, yeah, we did see this one because it had the pumpkin and Gianna. Very, very cute. What a great newborn gift. Okay. So those are just spectacular. Post your, be sure that you, whoops, let me go back over here. Be sure that you guys post your pictures of your projects. Finished, almost finished, in your mind, perfect, not perfect. We want to celebrate you. And I try and do that on our Sunday lives at least once or twice a month. So post your pictures. And at the end of the month, this month, we are doing a drawing. And I will announce what we're doing for the drawing this week sometime. We'll do that. So be sure, go to the Facebook page. I know it doesn't say December. Post under where it says featured. It says featured post. Let me see. Yeah. Right as you go to Quarter Inch Seam Facebook page, you'll see where it says featured. Click on that one. Even though it says November, I'll try and have Steve fix that or change that over to so that it says December later on today. But be sure to post so that we can get... So all your Christmas gifts, stuff that you've made for yourself, your table toppers, your mug rugs, your ornaments, post pictures on there because we want to celebrate you. And yeah, kudos to all of you ladies. I second what Sandra said. Abso-freaking-lutely spectacular. And what everybody has said, which is you guys are so amazingly talented. I am blown away every time I look at every time I look at it. I'm just blown away. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I gotta get these cookies going. And then I'm going to lay out the backing for this quilt and start figuring out how we're going to cut that, and then close my eyes and cut. But remember, only a 1/4 inch seam. I love you guys. I'll see you this week. Have a fantastic evening, a fabulous morning tomorrow. And if you're anywhere where it's cold and snowy, go have a nice hot cup of tea or a cup of cocoa. Put on some Christmas carols. If you are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Okay, love you guys. Oh, that's right, Betsy. Travel safe, and we'll see you when you get back. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.